No way they're actually doing this. I'm surprised they're really doing. I'm really surprised that Capcom is doing this. Talbaine has always been the GOAT. Capcom knows that we want this character from Marvel vs. Capcom. They already been known. I think I'm gonna get this character. I need to find out when this character comes out. Talbaine was always the GOAT. I gotta talk about this because time and time again, every single time, I understood that a character like Morgan was a popular character, you know, next to a character like Chun-Li, right? But Talbaine was always there as like a popular character because he's basically like a, you know, an anthropomorphic wolf that can use nunchucks, right? I know he's a human character, you know what I'm saying, and then he can transform into a wolf, you know what I'm saying, that type of thing. But that alone was just like, why didn't Capcom do this to begin with? Not just with Street Fighter and Talbaine in it. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean that Capcom's just gonna make a new Darkstalkers game with, you know, 3D stuff like that, and then people try to buy this to, how should I say, people try to buy this character to get a new Darkstalkers game. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, in a way, it's almost like you don't want to do that, but in a way, it's almost like you have to. As far as to prove to Capcom that we want a Darkstalkers game, I'm not telling anyone to just go buy the character just because of that, just to get a new Darkstalkers. This needs to be said because Capcom has always known that we fans and even the FGC, that we've always wanted a new Darkstalkers. They know this, even with the rival schools. They know that we've been wanting this. So what I'm also saying is, to me, it's like, why try to, you know, support stuff like this when Capcom already knows that we want stuff like this? They already knew. I could talk about the character model for this character. Like, I could be nitpicky about it as far as how Talbaine looks, only to a certain degree. But I will say that his character model looks better than a lot of the characters on here, is really all I can say. When he was using his ultimate, he doesn't look too bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not trying to be nitpicky or nothing like that with it. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Just analyzing this just a little bit, right? I will say that, if anything, because people are afraid of Darkstalkers characters looking bad in a new Darkstalkers game, and this should be obvious that all Capcom has to do is do something similar to Dragon Ball Fighters, right? Or Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. So if they have graphics like, and they've had the technology for a long time, they had the engine for a long time now to do stuff like that. I'm just saying that they could actually work on stuff like that to make the characters look presentable, right? You know what I'm saying? Meet people in the middle about, you know, certain things that they know they should put in the game, and certain things then that they know that they shouldn't be putting in the game. Not just graphics, but, you know, even with certain politics and stuff. So, but other than just that, you know, this looks okay to me. I would say somewhat. I'm definitely hyped for this character to be in the new Street Fighter 6 game. So I'm definitely someone who's looking forward to getting this particular DLC, because I wasn't like, there were some DLCs I kind of wanted to get, but it was kind of like, why am I putting all that money for those characters and stuff? And just I just wasn't interested with like especially when certain characters were delayed on purpose, and it's kind of like you lose interest. But with this character, I'm already hyped for it. Been a Talbaine fan. You know what I'm saying? I've been hyped for this character. I mean, like, I would say, like, since 2000, I want to say 2009 to 2010. I would say that this character was always one of my top favorites. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm thinking about making a video on, why I like Talbaine better than Ryu, and why I see Talbaine, as an MC character to like, how Ryu is, right? Just like how, side by side you got Morgan and you have Chun-Li. Talbaine to me was always a character that could fit as an MC character, and that's mainly because of his design overall, and then just like how he somewhat different from Ryu, right? He's not like a bland character compared to Sand, you know what I'm saying? Something that's just like, the best word to put it, like, not normal, but it's something that's similar to normal but worse. Like, this generic type of thing. That's kind of like how Ryu is. Like, kind of like, I would say that like Ryu is like just too basic. He's had some character development, but he's basically like a basic character. But I just want to run it back a little bit, talking a little bit about what Talbaine's doing here. Because one of the scenes he's doing in this, in his shoot, it kind of looks like something from it reminds me of a certain type of character. So this looks like Blanca, but that's not the character I'm going to get to. I'm going to get to that. So right here, it's like he's mauling his opponent, almost similar to like a bear. So this right here, when he lands on his opponent, so getting right to it. So this right here, this reminds me of Tai Long from the Bloody Roar series. Now, not this right here, but obviously when you saw how he lands on top of his opponent's shoulders, that's something that Tai Long does in the Bloody Roar series. Yes, I'm going to mention the Bloody Roar series because some people aren't mentioning that franchise. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? To me, like, Bleach and Bloody Roar are similar as far as people that would trash talk it and everything like that. But because people want to get views, then all of a sudden people are gonna try and overhype it and stuff like that. So same thing with Bloody Roar. I could see that very thing happening. But other than that, I could probably get into that in a different video. But yes, that particular choreographed move or technique that Talbaine did, it reminded me a whole lot of, when Shenlong is in his tiger form. And it's interesting because his color scheme is almost similar to, Talbaine. And before I end off this video, I want to make sure that something is very clear here. That with Capcom, people are saying that you have to buy this to support such and such a sequel, whatever it is. Well, you don't have to do that actually, because Capcom they already had an executive to make a comment or a tweet or whatever it was, right? And they were basically saying that they didn't want to give people the impression that people have to buy certain pay for a franchise or make purchases for some of these games for their to be a sequel. They're basically saying that you don't have to do that, basically, that